All right. Well, it looks like we made it through. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel and Catherine back for day 3 of our Facebook Live challenge.
Hi,
Don't
everyone.
we made it. We made it through the technology wall that didn't want us to come and join you today, but we're here.
Yeah, exactly. So today is all about being receiving and being receptive. And it's amazing. Like if you have a stressful situation like that where you're like, we're supposed to be on now and nothing's working. Um, it's like, how can you be in that moment, and how can you accept the fact that it's anxious and tense and all that kind of stuff, and still, find a way to respond from a good place. So I tell you what, if you found it hard to listen to the pesky messages your body's been receiving, um, or your body's been sending to you, and being receptive to them, then, this is going to be a great day for you, because we're going to guide you through some really easy practical steps on how to prepare your body even for being receptive, prepare your mind for being receptive to what's actually happening. And yeah, go ahead, Daniel. You're gonna oops, what happened to your muted? Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
unmute. There
I
you
was
go.
I was trying to mute and do Facebook. Anyway, hey everybody. So Catherine's right. And so the thing is that about if you're looking for a solution to a problem like we just had, which is how do we get through whatever this wall is that we're having with our technology, then a lot of us just keep trying more and harder and more of the same, but then to take a moment and step back, to take a moment for space. So that's a big part of what we're going to be doing today, so that we can make ourselves available to listen to our bodies. So one thing I want to talk about before we jump into the exercise for today is there's a couple people in the comments, so thanks everybody for commenting, that are bringing up stuff that they're noticing as they're taking time to tune in and to listen to their body. They're starting to notice things, and they're noticing exactly, it's like it's perfect, and yet and then what's happening is then people are relating to it in some way like it's wrong. It's like, I'm trying to do this, but this keeps getting in the way. Exactly. And you're seeing it. That's awesome. That's really awesome, because that's those things are the things that have been getting in the way of seeing deeper, of having more access to information beyond what we already know. So I just want to acknowledge perfect. So if you're tuning in, you're starting to see the things that are in the way. So yeah, I can see I'm always trying to do this, or this thing is in the way and it seems like it shouldn't be there, or this is getting in the way. So I just invite you to notice it, to notice it, because when we notice it, then we're not just acting from it. Most of the time we're trying to see through those ideas, and so it's very hard to
Yeah.
see those ideas there. But as soon as we can see them, they're out here and our eyes become clear. So just know that that's part of what comes when you start to relax and start to create space and try to tune in, is these other things that previously were like this, now are like this, so you can start to see them. So just
Mhm.
let them be there and keep looking.
It's fantastic. It's like almost nothing can really come up. I guess really nothing can come up while you're doing these exercise that's particularly wrong. They may be challenging. That's the nature of a challenge. At the same time, whatever the experience is, it's the experience. And so that's what's in front of you. And I think we've been taught this experience is wrong, this experience is good, this experience is right, this experience is wrong. And so, we're trying to avoid different experiences all the time, and then we can't deal with what's actually happening. So this is all about just being present with whatever's happening. If what's happening is you're frustrated, then let's tune into that. Where is that coming from? What is that trying to tell you? What's needed right now? It's a little bit of a it's a funny thing, this process. um, and you can start to see why it's so difficult to slow down and tune in to our bodies, because we're so trained to do exactly the opposite. So I wanted to tell you a little story as a way of helping you to understand why usually we can't just snap our fingers and suddenly be in a receptive state with our bodies. You know, we've been talking about having an adversarial relationship, and so I wanted to give you a metaphor. I think we've all had the experience where someone close to us, a friend, a partner, a family member, does something that feels hurtful to us. And they may have been doing that thing to actually try and help us or protect us. But because it feels hurtful, we become very defensive in a way. And our trust is tested. Our trust in that person is tested. And sometimes you'll find that in a situation like that, the person will come and want to talk to you, or want to, they don't even realize that you feel hurt. And so they come and they try to communicate with you, and you're like all tense and you're all defensive, and, you may respond in not the best way. And then they're suddenly like on the defensive and going, oh my God, what's happened? And so you set up already this miscommunication right from the beginning. And it's very much the same with your body. For some reason you've gotten out of balance. You're you've eaten the wrong food, or you've had years of chronic stress, or something's happened and your body starts to complain. It starts to say, hey, you know what, this is getting out of hand, and now I really need you to take care of it. But you're hearing that pain or that ache or that anxiety or whatever it is, and feeling that shouldn't be happening. And so you mistrust that message. Start to mistrust your body, and you start to try and push away that message, or you feel hurt, like, oh my God, my body's betraying me. And I've heard that a lot from women. I just feel like my body's become my enemy. I feel betrayed by my body. It's always worked for me up to now. Now it's not. Now all these things are happening. And I just want to say, I just read this actually in some scientific research. I wish I could find it again. I didn't save it, but it said, really these symptoms that your body is experiencing are messages, basically, they're sending a very clear message. Look, something's not right here. You better take care of this. And they are expecting you to respond with care, with care and love and a kind of responsibility. So if you can start to switch over to the idea that this is a loving response from your body, even though it seems completely probably counterintuitive to how your immediate experience of it is, that's a great start in terms of being receptive.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes. Because not only can our body give us information about the symptoms and the aches and the pains and the difficulties that come to us physically, but they're the tool to give us information for all kinds of things that may not have anything to do with our body. On so many levels, our body, because it's physical. I mean, most of the work I do with people has to do with really accessing their intuition, and it's really kind of accessing other levels of information. But the way that we do it, however you want to see where that information comes, it doesn't matter to me, but it's the way we access it is through our physical form. So if we don't have this open, warm, interested, intimate relationship with our physical form, we're cutting ourselves off from a huge part of what could be the totality of all our experience. So let's start today's practice, which will then be what it is that we're going to offer to you as the challenge for today, is to do this at least one more time. So if you could make yourself please comfortable wherever you are. Mm-hmm. If you're driving, please just put this off for later. Or operating heavy machinery. So just sit and get yourself comfortable, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And I'm going to ask you to just bring to your awareness the situation that you wanted to use this 5-day challenge to get more information about, to pursue resolution toward that situation. So whether it was something going with your physical body, or which was physical body, or whatever it is, just bring it to mind, bring it to your awareness, and set the intention that you're taking this time out right now to seek more information that's helpful to you about this situation. So this is setting the intention for what you're spending this time on. You're telling the body, this is what we're doing here. And now you want to create space, like we've spoken about before, to prepare the ground to receive the information. So Catherine?
So what we're going to do now is go back to the breathing, or build on the breathing exercise that we did in the first session. In that session, we focused on the exhale. So right now, what I'd like you to do is, in that state that Daniel's brought you into, so I want you to take a deep breath through the nose and inhale. Take a deep exhale through the mouth. Take a deep breath back through the nose. This time, exhale through your nose when you're ready. That exhale is just releasing, letting go. It's so important at the start of any of these exercises that you focus on the exhale first, as a way of just letting go of any tension, distractions, worries, anything like that. You just want to let that go. Then on the inhalation, what I'd like you to do is just allow the inhalation, be receptive to it. So that means you want to just not to force anything, not to impose anything, just feel your body filling up with the breath. And at your own pace, I want you to just, again, allow the exhalation, like really let go on the exhalation, release everything. And if there's a pause at the bottom of the exhalation, you can just stay there for a few seconds, however long that pause lasts. And then on the inhalation, again, you just want to allow yourself to fill up and feel, if you can, the joy of being able to breathe, being able to accept the air, the breath into your lungs. You're just, it's such a beautiful gift. This air that keeps us alive, that nourishes every cell in our body. So with every breath, you're feeding and nourishing your body. This is something we're not often conscious of. So in this kind of receptive receiving, this act of receiving, you become more receptive. You become more conscious of your ability to receive. Even if you have ideas about yourself that you're not receptive, or that your life is too painful to be receptive, actually every day you're receiving, whether you're aware of it or not. You're receiving the most important gift that this earth and this atmosphere has to give us, which is the oxygen that you breathe. So keep a few more times focusing, allowing your body to expand. See if the breath can expand beyond the boundaries of your lungs into every corner of the body. Then exhale and feel the breath exhaling from every corner of the body. Like literally, you're just emptying out. You're just emptying, releasing everything that you can. And then on the next inhalation, you want to feel as if the breath is maybe even moving beyond the boundaries of the body. Like, can it actually start to fill up the space around you with that breath? And then on the exhalation, you have even more to give, even more to empty out. So you can see there's a rhythm here. Releasing, letting go, breathing in, receiving, filling up, allowing yourself to be gifted. And this is where you go. You can just do this part of the exercise as many times as you want to, just to feel into what it's like to be in a kind of receptive state. So you may or may not want to focus on the breath during what Daniel's saying. If you need to switch tracks, your body's already in this receptive mode. You can always also, if you feel comfortable, use the breath while Daniel's talking to help you receive his words and his guidance.
So just to continue in this state of deep receptivity, give yourself permission to receive whatever information shows up as you go with curiosity and wonder, with the spirit of play and adventure to discover something new. So now, with that intention of wanting to know more that will help you towards resolution of that particular situation for you, and in the spirit of play and adventure, ask your body to make you aware of where in your body there's information for you. And just allow yourself to register in any way that it registers it, what your body is calling your attention to. Where is it? A tingling, some heat, a little poke. If you feel like that you're not feeling anything, ask yourself the question, if I was feeling something, where would it be? And trust the first response. Now, as you move your attention to that spot in your body, give yourself the permission and the wonderful gift for none of this to make sense to your mind. Your mind can deal with it later. So move your attention to that point in your body and say or communicate in whatever way you want. I'm here. I heard your call and I'm here. Now, in the space of receptivity that you're continuing to keep open, seeing and sensing and feeling whatever you're feeling and letting it all be perfect as it is, be interested in what's there. Now, I'm going to give you some ways to engage that interest, just as helpful little guidance here. If you feel like you're getting clear communication, wonderful, keep going. If you'd like to go further than where you are, lean in a little closer in your mind's eye, like you've encountered something that's caught your attention and sparks your interest. Be interested in what you've happened upon here. What does it look like? Whether you see this, you sense it, you know it, you suspect it, it's all perfect. If this place, if this message, if this communication from your body had a color, what would it be? Is it brilliant? Is it dull? Be interested. Let go of anything else that's there but interest. Just let it go. It's right there, but let it go. Keep leaning in. I'm here. I want to know what you have for me. Without any need to get anywhere other than right where you are, what's there. Feel free to engage in a dialogue, whether it be in words, in thoughts, in feeling. There's so many ways to communicate. Be interested in the ways that you already know how to communicate with this spot in your body. Beautiful. Being open, listening, and then receiving means allowing whatever is there and whatever is not there. Receiving is this added step of giving your heart to this place, your full attention, moving aside everything so that you can be there to receive whatever is there. So thank your body, thank this part of your body for calling you here today. And just like a new friend who you're just beginning to meet and want to know more, promise that you'll be back. And say your goodbyes and allow yourself to come back here to where we began, back to the space of openness and curiosity and desire to know more. And acknowledge yourself for giving this gift to yourself, of taking this time, of honoring yourself by wanting to understand more. Beautiful. So take a breath in and out. And bring yourself back here with us. And welcome back, everybody.
That was really nice, Daniel. Thank you. It was coming to me while you were guiding us that the state of receptivity can sometimes feel a little bit scary or too vulnerable. And so the purpose of these exercises is to allow yourself to give yourself permission at certain times under circumstances that are very safe and feel very comfortable for you to explore that kind of vulnerability. You do not have to be in a receptive state all the time. You can give yourself permission to enter in to those kinds of states at very specific times. So to get used to it, you don't always need to wear your heart on your sleeve or be this open book. It's not necessary for what we're talking about for this kind of communication. So you use the breath, like I said, as much as you can, both the inhalation and the exhalation. Play with that, be curious about that. Bring in the kinds of guidelines that Daniel was just bringing you through during that breathing at certain points. But you can also do these practices separately. You can do the breathing at different times, and then you can decide to really contemplate and think about the things that Daniel was bringing up and be writing in your journal at other times. There's no set way that you have to do this. It's what works for you.
Yeah, I just play with different things, really. It's like, it's really an exploration, opening up new territory. And I think that the thing that really sticks out to me is just the intention. You know, it's like, this is what I'm doing right now. Even if it's 30 seconds, and I mean that literally, even if it's 30 seconds, you shift into another place, and then you can come right back out, and it's different. It's a different than everyday normal life, but it's like taking aside time, like take aside time to exercise, or you don't, or you know, like you take aside time to do a certain thing. There's something that came to me as we were doing this is like, so some of the things that may have shown up for probably many of you in different ways is, I'm not doing this right, or I can't do this. So totally normal, and it's just like everything else. That's all the world of what you already know, what you already think, what you already believe. So it's a whole world And you just keep seeing more and more of the specifics of what lives in this world of the ideas we have. And when they come up, you just say, yep, I see you, but I'm doing something else right now. Yes, 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 I see this thing that says I can't do it. I see you, but hold on a second, I'm doing something else right now. Just, like push it aside gently. But this is a practice. All of this is a practice, but
Right.
these capacities are built into us. It's just that we believe all of these things without even knowing that we're believing it. I can't do it, for instance, is a big one. It's not possible for me. I'm not doing it right. These are tapes that we all have playing in different ways. But now it's like you're they're coming up, they're playing their tune, and it's like, yeah, I've heard you before, but not right now, later, because I'm up to something else right now.
Right, right, exactly. So the challenge for today is to do this at least one more time. Use the breathing, use the practice that Daniel introduced to you, either together or separately. Take some notes in your journal, share on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you there. We've been responding to people's comments and been very excited by the kinds of things people are sharing. So yeah, stay in touch and let us know how this has been for you. What have you been finding? What have you been seeing? Has this been helpful in any way? Please let us know so we can do better next time.
Yeah, and just whatever, even if you feel like I am so messing this up, if you're willing to do that, please share with us, because you're speaking for a lot of other people. But then it gives us a chance to kind of take it and move it forward, because most of the time the thing that we think is in the way is not it. And then as soon as we believe it, then it is in the way. As soon as we believe it's in the way, it is in the way. So go ahead and come and join us. Come and join us on Facebook or here tomorrow. And congratulations for being here and for being willing to try out something new.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. We'll look forward to hearing from you, and good luck with your practice and everything else you're doing.
Have fun. Make it playful.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye for now.